Yeah, I wanted to show a little bit more of the Taunton State Asylum. There are buildings still in this place, like I say. I didn't get to go through all of them, of course. Might try and see if I can get there to record. But what is left there is, I would say a good majority of the buildings left. Well, it's over here to your right. We have some houses there that people live in. There's actually a guy sitting on his porch out there at that last house you just seen on your right. Right. So imagine how many. What is one wonder and ask how much, if they get any paranormal activity throughout this area, but I didn't want to really bother nobody. I mean, this place you can drive through. I thought you couldn't, but I guess you can. I don't know how heavy it is secured wise, but as you can see, the buildings coming up on your left. I believe them are all original buildings. See, I don't know how much or how many are still standing that housed the criminally insane. This place was huge, enormously huge, and there are some open fields that might have been a lot of the buildings torn down. And as you can see in the back, there are still quite a few buildings left in this place. And yeah, I'm going to say that's a building there. You can see the fenced-in yards. So that's definitely a building. I don't know how many of these, like I say, are operational. That might have been like an administrative building. Or maybe a staff build. Or even maybe the administrator building. I think that might be the front of it to where I was in the back, maybe. But, yeah, there is quite a few buildings standing in this place. No, that ain't the one. That might have been the original, though, administrative building, I believe. As you can see here, there's a big, huge fenced-in yard. I don't know if they let patients out there. They might during the summertime. But like I say, I believe if that was what they did back in the day, I'm not sure. But just like the Westboro Asylum in Westboro, Mass. That I have up, they too have a detention center there. And they're now building condos in that place. They ripped the whole friggin' thing down. And I'm pissed. I was supposed to get back into one of them buildings, but it took too damn long. I'll be right. So anyway, like I was saying, as you can see, like I say, this place is freaking huge, and it's, yeah, detention centers now. I guess, of course, it goes for jurisdiction. What town you live in to get that bad of a reputation to be thrown into one of these places. This is another part. That's the part over there that I was in front of. That's the building I was looking at when I drove in to your right. And then they took this. There's a greenhouse in my other video that I was near. And this is another road. I believe this road leads out. But all in between on to your left, I think there was more stuff in there. And of course out here, well, this is a farming field. And I'm about wondering if they did use, the lower class, we'll call them mental patients, to go out and farm back in the day. But once again, this proves my theory that Native Americans lived throughout this area also because of the farming fields. Of course, Native Americans taught the white man, how to make corn and farm in New England when they came. So a lot of this farmland was taken over by the white man, remember, by the Native Americans. So I'm for damn sure this place, I don't know what that house is. That might have been like a, that one on the right, I want to cut in real quick. That one on the right might have been like an administrative building house, like the main person to get in there. I mean, to run the place, I believe that looked like. But all in all, with this drive-through and everything, oh man, you can feel. I'm just gonna run the video again. You can feel the energy in there though. And you can feel the darkness when you drive through this road. Even though it's bright as day, I could feel things. Them dark things that happen in these things, in these asylums, boy. I was getting a vibe. Excuse me. But I also felt at ease. I'll tell you something, man. These places to me, oh man, I gotta have a field day in it. But you just looking through this video and seeing how, secluded this place is. There's only one can imagine what it was like when it was operational, of a full-blown asylum. But when you drive through this place, I tell you, you feel the darkness. And I wouldn't say, I mean, yeah, of course you're going to have your evil there, but it didn't feel evil to me. Of course, it felt like despaired sorrow. And just driving through this place and looking at it. I mean, like I said, all off to your right, there wasn't much there. It was all trees and land. And like I said, there could have been rightfully more buildings over there. But all in all, man, this place. And I could tell you, this is the majority of the buildings that still exist. Especially this one. But it's tough to say where, they did have their, let's like once again call them the lower class, middle class, and then the totally upper class of insane. And I want to say the buildings that were rightfully knocked down held the upper class. That's my thoughts and theories. This might have been like an intake place right here, an administrator's office, like I said. I mean, patients get dropped off, checked out, or relatives come in and speak for them. Because that building right there is way too narrow, and as you can see right there, to be any type of housing. But all in all, man, this place and that road right there is shut down. So who knows what was off in the distance that way. But, yep, the despaired sorrow that lies within the grounds of this place, man, I could feel it. I didn't feel no dark energy vibes in there because, they probably look at me as like, hey, he's one of us. That's right. But, I just wanted to tell this tale. And oh, wait a minute. Look at that. Right there. There's rightfully right there. I want to show that. There's where another building might have been. See the staircasing coming up. I'm going to pause it right there. As you can see there, a staircase exists, but leads to nothing. Whatever that may be, we'll never know. Of course, it leads up to a picnic area. That also might be like that administrative building where all the what now they use it for. As you can see, picnic tables over there. Yeah, they probably have people come out with patients. Or that right now, I don't know if there is rightfully any real mental patients in that place. But I'm sure the juvenile kids get, treated like kids or whatnot, and get brought out to eat lunch outside, get some breath of fresh air, whatever they may do in there for them. But other than that, yeah, this place, man, you could feel it. And I mean, if anybody's interested in checking this out, there is a road though that's on Google Maps, and it leads to and it's the main road that used to go in, but you can rightfully see that there's no building there, or there's a house there, or whatever's there right now. But you can't go on Google Maps any further on a certain spot when you look up that road, Hodges Road. And I think it led to the main building that I was near where the greenhouse was in my last video. But other than that, I looked up all of this. And if this was Hodges Road, which I maybe believe it was because it goes out into town too also. But I can't remember if it was this side or the other side. Might have been this side. So when I went out here, I went straight out to the town, read the street signs, but yeah, this place, man, is just extraordinarily pure sorrow. But I recommend anybody that's gonna go check it out, give your deepest respects, give a moment of silence heading out there. But getting out there to ghost hunt, yeah, you definitely want to find out permission first. I mean, the way I read about it lately, it was all abandoned. But it seems to me that they've picked up on it and made it something, of course, new. And there are people there, so be careful. I mean, I would like to take a stroll on in there through the night, though. So I don't think anything should be done, because that land is still rightfully haunted. I mean, that whole place, I tell you, it's just, woo, you can feel it. And I'd like to get out there, though, by the friggin', maybe near the field where the farm is, that farmland, and get some camera rolling there. But other than that, that's the rest of that's what's left of the Taunton Asylum. What started out to be one of the worst asylums to ever exist now seems to be like a little, jail for teens, and trying to make it look like a community park for residents or families. But other than that, that's it. Till the next video, be safe, take care, and always believe. Bet you I get out there and I catch some spirits. And also remember, that place is right in the middle, heart of the Bridgewater Triangle. A lot of crazy shit, boy. And I'm sure a lot of these mental patients, haunt that too. So, out.